think it was the most wonderful experience of my life. That's what it was. And when I got finished working with the aerodrome, I went to work in the shipyards in Leith. And I was on that, the destroyer working on that before it went up into the Norwegian. They had to board the ship, you know, with the sailors, and it was to take all the prisoners that were down in the hold, you know, from the German ships that were on the Atlantic, you know.
And what were your training experiences like? Like what were your
training? I was a shipwright. I mean, working on ships, you know. I was a shipwright, you know. And my training, I went through 5 years of training for a carpenter.
Yeah.
Before I got the job, going to sea as a shipwright, you see.
What was it like to you and your friends on, like, you know, working in the Navy? What was it like for you guys to hear that World War II was started up?
Well, at the beginning, as I said, I'd come in from the West Indies. I'd been at Curacao and Aruba, you know, and loaded up with a tanker with oil. I brought it into Liverpool, and that's when I got transferred into this big liner. The liner, it was a big Malodja, 22,000-ton liner. Well, my training was a carpenter. Yeah. That was when I went into the Royal Navy, I was classed as a shipwright. Mm-hmm. See, so that I could do all kinds of work as necessary.
Mm-hmm. What was the scariest thing that ever happened to you?
The scariest thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard to say because I didn't have. I had lots of experience of ships being torpedoed, you know, because when I got into that liner, I was told to go to Halifax, and went to Halifax to bring the convoys across. We led the convoys from Halifax to Scotland, to the Clyde and to the Mersey, you know. And I mean, all there was 730,000 tons of shipping being sunk a month at the time when I run. That was on 40, 41 and 42. And I crossed the Atlantic 31 times that. And it was positive to me anyhow. I was I mean, I was glad that I went through everything I went through. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't have any feelings of any doubts about it. I mean, naturally when you're getting attacked by submarines, you naturally feel a lot bit tense, you know, but I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad about it.
Besides when you were attacked, like besides the hurricane when you got injured, were there any other injuries you? Besides being injured after the hurricane, were there any other injuries you had during the war? No,
nothing. Nothing. I went through it all. I was very lucky, and I keep saying that, telling that anybody asks me, I say, look, I was lucky to come out of it without a scratch.